Hey again YouTube, Nutjob with Machete back with a quick little review for you. The reason it's quick is there isn't going to be any meat tests or any chopping. I'm not going to show you any demonstration footage for this one. I'm getting ready to go to a memorial service for my father, and I needed to get out of my head for a little bit, so I thought I would do a quick unboxing of a couple of machetes that a friend of mine ordered through me. The reason there's no tests is because they're for a friend. And I'm not about to bring these out to the bush and beat them up for him. So what I've got is the Condor Survival Eco Golok is what they call it in their catalog. What it is it's a slightly cheaper but still good version of their Golok. It has a plastic handle instead of their wood handle, and it's a little bit thinner steel. It is still carbon steel, so you still have to be careful and you have to order it and all of that stuff, but it's a little bit less expensive. Now, standard nylon sheath, but a nice generous belt loop, and it is Velcro retention, and it secures it really well. In fact, it secures it so well it's a little bit hard to get out of the sheath, even if you want to pinch down here. The sheath is just a little bit tight. It'll loosen up eventually, but yeah, you get it, and your first impressions are going to be it's a little bit tight. But this is the Golok Machete, Eco Machete. It's actually a fairly thick blade, and in fact it is, you are looking at 2 millimeters thick. Which is kind of impressive. It's got a bit of spring to it, but it's fairly rigid. The edge is actually fairly sharp. It's not super polished or anything like that, because obviously, well, I told Eeyore as soon as he tests these out, he's got to let me know how they hold up and everything. And if he wants to film some footage, he'll film it, and then I'll show you a test video of these. But yeah, the blades came fairly sharp. I say blades, he ordered 2. See if I can get the tip to do a slash. There we go. Yeah, fairly sharp. In Condor, I find I don't have a problem with them sending their blades really sharp. What you do want to do when you get Condor blades, same thing with when you get cold steel blades, is just check for burrs and check for any sort of rust. Condor is usually really, really good. What they've done is, you can see this finish on there, they've blued the steel. So rather than a rust inhibitor coating paint job, they've actually blued the steel, which will inhibit rust actually decently well. The ergonomics of it are actually pretty good. Because it's a plastic molded handle, they sandwich mold it, and there's that little tiny, see if I can get close enough to show you, little tiny seam, of course. That seam, you might be able to see that little bit down there, a little bit of a hot spot, so you just have to be careful and take that off with a knife. But the handle is actually fairly ergonomical, except for that tiny hot spot. It's one hand position. You can drop your hand about 1.5 inches to get a little bit more purchase on it, but it's actually fairly comfortable in the hand. It has a nice decent brass lanyard hole. It feels actually pretty good. I mean, it's not intended as a weapon. This is one of those, nice bush machetes, but it feels really good, and just swinging it about, you can feel that it's going to have quite a lot of chopping power. The intended purpose of this, or the intended purchased purpose of this, is to go through like vines and woody grasses, stuff like that. Basically, he's going to use it out at the vineyard. So yeah, I'm actually pretty impressed with it. It's a little bit smaller than I thought it was going to be, even though I knew the dimensions, just because, all the other Condor stuff that I've seen or I've had has been huge. So getting something kind of compact like this is actually pretty cool. But yeah, eager will share how it holds up. For right now, like I said, just a little unboxing and first impressions video, and I actually think it's pretty cool. The price point was 55 Canadian. Got it from Warriors and Wonders, and that's actually about the same price point as, which apparently I didn't put near enough to grab, one of the other items that's coming down the pipe, and that'll be that Priscilla SEH MBS. Not going to do a side-by-side, but yeah, this Golok is actually pretty cool, and at that price it's a pretty decent Condor purchase. So yeah, not anything else I can add without showing you guys tests, and like I said, unfortunately I'm not going to be doing that. So I will leave you with that, and until next time guys, stay sharp.